guys, and welcome to another Whitney's Wonders. So today I'm going to be doing another Crohn's health update. Uh, Prednisone week 3 that I'm going to touch base on and talk about as opposed to what happened last week. So just in terms, we'll start with that then. The Prednisone. So for week 1, I took 8 pills a day at 5 milligrams a pill. So that's 40 milligrams a day. So I did that for week 1 and week 2. Week 2 just finished. So I'm starting week 3, which now I'm going down to 7 pills, which is going to be 35 milligrams a day of the prednisone. So that's what I'll currently be at. So in terms of the prednisone, I mean, pretty much the same as last week. Energy levels still through the roof. I actually had a coworker comment that tell me to slow down. I was going a little fast at work. I want to do this, I want to do that. So I actually do appreciate the energy levels and how much I get done. But then the more I do, I get sweaty as well. And then I can just sit there and sweat. But so it's a bit of like I'm doing more, but sweating more. But I'll take the sweating because I love being able to actually do how much I'm doing around the house, at work, everywhere. It's actually amazing. So now going forward, I'm going to slowly start to taper for the next 2 to 3 months. So hopefully the inflammation will go down and I'll continue to feel this good. We'll see. It's really helping my AS, Ankylosing Sponidilitis symptoms as well. Like my neck can move so much better. My back, I still got a little bit of a hunch. Like people say they can't notice it, but I can feel it myself. But I think that's just because it's already fused. There's not much I can do with that. Prednisone isn't going to help with fusion because if it did, then everybody would be taking it. But for right now, that is helping with a lot of the symptoms. So a lot of the side effects I've been having are about the same. Sometimes it's hard to get back to sleep if I wake up in the middle of the night, or it's hard to just shut down for the day to sleep just because I'm so wound up, I guess I'll say. But yeah, the hunger is there, but like I'm watching what I'm eating, and I'm also like moving around a lot more, so I'm not too worried about it, and I don't feel that bloat still after I'm eating, which is great because that's really irritating actually. Everything you eat past a certain time in the evening just I call it pregnant belly. I've never been pregnant, so I don't know what that feeling is, but you literally like it looks like you're 8 months pregnant. You're so bloated, and everything you eat just like ugh. And then there'd be times I'd wake up the next day and I could still feel it here. It was like heavy, and I would end up throwing up like full undigested like things that I had eaten the night before. So that's kind of what scared me as well to start talking to the doctor and getting on this prednisone. And I haven't been feeling as nauseous lately, so that's good. Overall, I'm actually feeling pretty darn good. So I'm going to say that I'm really happy about this stuff at this time. Even yesterday I went out, I ran so many errands. I got new shoes, I got new stuff from Walmart. Like I really feel good about being able to do things. Now on the other hand that I wanted to talk about is now also I was honestly, I'm going to talk to you about my fears of this because it wasn't just that I didn't want to get the vaccination for COVID-19. It was literally that I was really, really scared to. So I got it today. I got my first shot today. So we'll see. I'm hoping like with the prednisone and my Cimzia, like not too much is going to intermingle. I do have to call my rheumatologist just to see that if I could take my regular shots that I give myself on Wednesday, even with getting this first dose, make sure everything lines up. I can't take live vaccinations. If I take live ones, I have to stop my medication, which I'm not willing to do, but this one isn't live, so I was able to take it. So I'm going to monitor, make sure that there's no symptoms from that, because you never know. I don't want it to bring up any underlying autoimmune things that maybe haven't fully come to light. So getting this vaccination for me was actually really scary. I did a lot of research on things. I didn't take it lightly. I didn't not get it to not get it, but unfortunately, I was a little selfish in the fact that I'm worried about what's going to happen to me right now if I take this. I social distance, I wear my mask. I pretty much have been doing that before the pandemic because I have autoimmune, so I avoided people. And I mean, since this has happened with wearing the mask, I haven't got sick in 2 years. I have not been physically sick from like a cold, flu, COVID, whatever. I've had flares from my underlying autoimmune, but that's never going to go away. But yeah, so I got the jab today, and I was kind of scared too, but I mean, nothing so far. It's been a couple hours since I got it, so that's good. So I'm hoping, at worst comes to worst, I got it in my right arm, which is my horrible arm anyway. So if that arm hurts, I'm used to it hurting anyway. So none the wiser, hopefully. So yeah, so I'm on the prednisone, I'm taking my regular meds, and now I've got the vaccination. So hopefully things will go smoothly for me. So this is kind of like health update with that vaccination as well, of how that's all going to play together in the next, couple weeks, if there's any side, or I mean, with the vaccination, it should be if there's any side effects within the next couple of days. I might feel like I have a cold or a flu, right? I don't know. So we'll see. And I do know, because I talked to my gastroenterologist about this, that like normal people getting the vaccination would be covered, 95 to 99%. Because of my autoimmune and because of the prednisone, my levels are going to be a lot lower to, work in my body. So I might only be covered 75%. So in the future too, I think the government's plan and the drug companies is that, people with autoimmune are starting to get third doses. I think in the States, like, people actually already are. I don't think in Ontario, I don't know. I might be giving false information, so don't fully listen to me. But I don't think at this time, like, I would be eligible for the third dose, but I will be obviously in the future with autoimmune once they figure it all out, right? So that's that. And I just want to make it clear too in this video, for my friends and family, everybody, whether you're vaccinated or not vaccinated, I still love you. And I feel like everybody should be able to make the choice, whatever it is, and nobody should feel shame because of that. So that's my personal stance on it. If you want to get it, you go ahead and get it. If you don't get it. I mean, I'm not going to tell people what to do in their lives. You've heard me say that in other videos. And if people don't want to be around unvaccinated people, then that's their right too. So then don't be around unvaccinated people. Everybody, live your life how you want to live it best. Please. That's my number one advice, because we aren't here for too long. As my beautiful mother-in-law says, we're here for a good time, not a long time. She's told me that various times through the years that I've known her, and she's 100% correct. Even after my dad passed away, that's when I really realized it. Really 100%. Like, man works hard his whole life, retires at 60, dies at 63, doesn't get to enjoy his retirement. So, money doesn't matter. Money doesn't exist. You can always make more money. You can find ways to get money. Enjoy the time with the people you love, your friends, your family, everybody around. I am so happy I have the support of my family. But yeah, you know what I mean? And we all got to love each other, folks, because at the end of the day, we all don't make it out of here alive. I won't say who quotes it, but everybody who watches the video, if you're from work, somebody quotes a lot. The only thing guaranteed in life is death and taxes. Shout out to the person who says that, because it's another true statement. So I've talked about the prednisone, I got my COVID vaccination. I kind of just wanted to share like a funny story, a funny experience I've had going through with one of my surgery things that happened with two people that were involved with me with that. So I'll do a funny little area too of my health experiences too, because when I explain it to some people, sometimes I can get very animated, and then I try to do it with humor to lighten the mood of it's a surgery. So I'm going in for my bowel resection, and basically what that is I think I've explained before. What they'll do is they'll the part of the bowel that's diseased or inflamed or narrowing or needs to be cut out, they cut it out and they resect the two ends back together. So that's where they got to make sure that things are going okay. So I was going in for my bowel resection, very, very nervous, obviously, because you're getting put out, you're going to be in it was a 6-hour long surgery. You don't know what you're going to wake up with. So I had gotten measured for a colostomy bag just in case. And that was my worst fear. I did not, and I do not want a colostomy. Now, if I have to get one in the future, have to do it, whatever, that's the way the world works. But that was my number one question when I woke up from surgery was, did I get a colostomy? And the answer was no, so I don't have one yet. Thank God I don't want one. A lot of people say it saves their lives, so if it has to get down to that, it has to get down to that. But so the funny part is like I've said before, my mom and my grandma come in for every single surgery that I have before COVID. So we're getting ready for the bowel resection, and you can't eat before surgery. You're like, oh, you're tired, you're nervous, you can't eat it. It's a really actually scary experience that I try to act tough, and mom can probably tell you that I act tough with it, but it's actually very daunting and very scary. So surgeries, I mean, now you kind of get used to the process of it, but that was my very first big one, so very scary. So the first part, you got to meet with the anesthesiologist. So I did pre-op, whatever. Now I'm at the hospital with mom and grandma. And the anesthesiologist is, asking, has your family had any problems with anesthesia before? And I go, no. So, Shadow, he's scratching at something. Of course, they've got to be doing something while I'm in the video, right? You probably heard the scratching in the back. Oh, probably, yeah, there he goes. Shadow! Let me get him, sorry. Get out of there. I'm trying to do a video. Get out. You never go in there. And then when you do now, it's because I'm doing something. So we're back. Sorry. Cats again. He's just going to keep doing it. So I'm going to keep going without him. So yeah. So we're sitting there and the anesthesiologist asks and says, have you ever had any problems in your family with the anesthesia? And my mom goes, and I'm looking at her and I go, Mom, put that finger down. If you get my surgery canceled, I'm not going to be a happy woman. Put that hand down. So he asked her, what was it, ma'am? And she's, well, I felt a little sick when I woke up. And I go, that's a normal behavior. Let's go. Come on. So that was the first part. So now we're sitting and waiting for surgery, and mom and grandma are in there. And of course, from the Juravinsky down the street, there's this little Chinese restaurant. And her and my mom and grandma love to go to it every time we go to Hamilton. So they're sitting there talking, oh, I'm going to get this at the Chinese food store, and I'm going to get this at the Chinese food store. And I'm sitting there, haven't ate for like probably 24 hours, tired, thirsty, nervous as all heck, and they're talking about, oh, what are we going to get for lunch? So when I'm talking about these two, this is what you get. And that's why I said they should be their own show, because it's absolutely hilarious. So we're waiting there or whatever, and then grandma's talking about, it's either some Marketplace or some Dateline show that her and grandpa have watched. So mind you, I'm here, IV hooked up, ready to go, ready for surgery, ready to be put out. And grandma decides that she's going to talk about the Dateline interview that she watched where they cut off somebody's wrong leg in the hospital. And I go, Grandma, do we have to talk about this when I'm getting put out for surgery and like they're cutting me open? So, those are the things that I laugh at, because those two make you completely forget that you're going to surgery, because you go, really? Really? So after all that's said and done, I get into, the operating theater or operating area, whatever they call it. I don't know. It's different things. So I'm laying there. And the anesthesiologist comes up and, you're laying with your arms out, your legs are there, they're strapping you to the bed. It's a really cold, sterile, feeling, and then they put the heart monitor on and just ding, 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 ding. Are you nervous, eh? I go, no, I'm perfectly fine. It's scary. And you got everybody walking around you. You're just looking up and just hearing beeps and it's a very scary experience. I'll tell it that. If you ever have to go to surgery, just be prepared for that, because it's not fun. It's not fun. And you're so nervous. So he's going through and he's checking off his list. And he goes, okay, yep. And we're all ready, Tiffany? And I go, whoa, 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 whoa. I said, my name's Whitney, not Tiffany. I don't want Tiffany's surgery, especially after Grandma was literally just talking about, some guy getting the wrong leg cut off in surgery. So I've got that already in my head. So that was just one of the many experiences I've had. I'll have to go through some of the other funny stories that have happened medically to lighten up the mood of some of these videos too, because there's been the good and there's the bad, and I try to make it as turn around funny as I can, because these experiences you can't take lightly. You can't take them back. You can't get rid of them. They're with me for life. So now I know what to expect with these things. But yeah, so to sum up, Prednisone week 3, actually feeling real good. Like I said, some of these might come in between two videos because I've got some other videos to do as well. So I'll keep doing the update, but it might not be along the timelines of how I'm doing it. So I might be on week 3 in the video now, but I could be week 5 down the road. So as long as you follow up with them, I love that you guys are watching them. I actually received so much positive feedback on the first video I put out, people messaging me, and just really kind words from people. So I really appreciate that, guys. It makes me feel good to know that people are listening, people understand, people, are taking the time to learn what other people are going through in life, because I think we all really got to just be there for each other, because there's a lot of crap people go through in a day, and we all just think, oh, like, I've got so much too, and it's like, but other people got a lot too. So we got to really just appreciate everybody, and especially in this day and age, spend time with your loved ones. I find as I get older, I get a little bit wiser each decade, and that, you know what I mean? There's people in my life that it's not about how many people I have now. I actually just watched Jada Pinkett Smith's 50th birthday video on Red Table Talk. I absolutely love that show. Absolutely love it. I love Jada. I love Gammy. I love Willow. I love the talks they have. And Jada just mentioned that. She says, as the years go on, you learn more. You learn how to adapt more. You learn what's really important. And it's not about how many people I know. It's about the people that I know. I want to go deeper with those people. So, like, my friends and family that are close to me, or even just like my brother or Kyle's brother with our little niece Isla, like spending more time with the people that you are closer to, and really building those relationships, because those are the people that, are going to be there for you. So I'll keep you updated again next week. We'll see how it's going as I'm tapering the prednisone, and I will keep you guys posted on how this affects me getting my vaccination. Hopefully I feel nothing at all. It was really scary. Yeah, and that was fun too, because we got there and Kyle forgot his health card. And I go, what did you think? You didn't think you'd need a health card for this kind of purpose? Where's your wallet? He just left it at home. So we had to drive back home, which we went to Zara's on King George Road, so it's literally like 3-4 minutes, so it wasn't that bad. But I want to give him a shout out for getting his wallet today. Okay, guys, so that was another Crohn's health update for you guys, and hope you enjoy it. Like I said, be kind to each other, love each other. Let's just make this world a better place, because it's not right now. Okay, guys, so we'll peace out.